Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TNP Finance, where we make long and short-term investing simple. Today we're going to take a look at the NASDAQ and at a bunch of stocks surrounding the NASDAQ, and also where we expect the market to go. So without further ado, let's hop straight into it. Today on the NASDAQ, we have moved up a total of 0.36%. We had a very volatile day, moving up a total of over 1%, I think about 1.03%, and then we came back down. If we just take a look at the intraday here, we can see exactly when that moment was. So we had very strong, and you can normally tell when you're going to get a large pullback like this, because we had a very strong, just very consistent green move. And that lasted for, let's see, actually, I'm not sure how many hours this is, but let's say about 20 hours. So that's not very common. If you're looking for a healthy uptrend, you're looking for something like this, where we have moves that make higher highs and higher lows. And when you see something that's just overly consistent like that, that's not sustainable. Now, I'm not saying that this means that we're going into a bear trend. It just means that it is expected to have a bit of a pullback here. This could very well be a lower low and we can continue moving up higher, but I just want to see a little bit more of that classic higher high, higher low shape, because that's what really forms healthy bull trends and healthy bear trends. So that's my outlook for the NASDAQ here. We were able to catch a very nice trade though, regardless. Taking a look at the NASDAQ, we had a bit of this volume resistance line here, and that was from the 3 bearish days that we've had. And then right after that, as soon as we broke above our level here at 24,450, we put in our purchase, and we pretty much closed our position right up at about 24,680. So that being said, you're looking at a interest gain of about 0.91% on the chart. We are leverage traders, so that ended up being about 8.1% for us today. So a very healthy profit for us to take home. And we're currently beating the market by, just for the NASDAQ alone, I want to say we're beating it by about 260%, if not a little bit more. We're currently beating the stock market, and that's just for individual stocks, by over 700%. So that being said, I'm not here to gloat, but if you are interested in getting all the trades that I personally take in real time, all the stocks I take, the take profit, stop loss, percentage risk allocation, and also get services like free one-on-one sessions and ask me any questions that you possibly want, come take a look at that link in my description, wap.com/tnpfinance. I think this is going to take your trading up to the next level, and I hope that you'll be able to get some very good insight for it. So that is my outlook for the NASDAQ. Now right here, what are we expecting? Because there is a little bit of fear right now in the NASDAQ. People are saying, yes, this is very high. You have stocks that are overvalued. Warren Buffett's, I forget what the indicator is called, but it reached 200%, which means that this is not a time to be buying stocks and blah. Right now, what I'm seeing here is that we are in a bull trend, and that's all anyone can tell you. There's nothing else to really be said because we don't have any bearish confirmation. There's really nothing aside from this very minor support line that got broken, and it looks like that we were just above it earlier today, and we still finished off in the green. If the market was weak, we could have very well closed in the red today. However, we still see some bulls that are open and they are pushing the market higher. So right now, what can I tell you? If we are looking to move higher, very simple. Wait for a breakout of 24,780. I think that's going to give you great confirmation on the daily time frame that we are ready to push much higher in the NASDAQ. From there, I think that we could easily move up 2 to 3% higher in the NASDAQ. Right now, if you are looking for a bearish trade, you're looking for a short trade, what I can recommend is if we do break below this line here at 24,500, which is another support line, and if we do form a bearish candle underneath these two candles here, then potentially you could be coming all the way back down to about 23,950, and if we start falling below that, then you could be looking for the next break down below. Now, the only thing that's really going to put me into total fear in the market is if we're able to break below this 22,960 line. If we do so, then I can expect to come all the way back down to 22,100, which is a retest of our previous all-time highs back in 2024. So that being said, that's my outlook for the NASDAQ. A lot of stocks have broken out today, maybe not with a ton of strength near the end of the day. However, they still broken out nevertheless, and the stocks are still higher than what they had closed at in the previous day. So I'm still looking a little bit bullish for the NASDAQ. Now, one other thing that you have to consider as well, the US market is also considering to have a government shutdown. There's an 80% chance that will happen in between the night of September 30th and the morning of October 1st. That's when they want to try and come to an agreement when it comes to managing their budget. So that being said, if we do get a government shutdown, I do believe that's going to be very bullish for the market. The longer that the government shutdown goes on for, the more likely or the bigger of a bullish move we'll have. We've seen some times where in the markets that sometimes where the government has had shutdowns for 30 days, we've seen the NASDAQ move about 16% within those 30 days. So that being said, this is a very good position for you to be in if you are a bull. So waiting for that government shutdown, waiting for even more confirmation on the chart, like breaking above 24,780, it's going to give you great confirmation to go even higher in the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at the heat map over here. We have a very mixed day as well. NVIDIA, Google, kind of just chopping around. We can see that there's been a lot chopping here. Microsoft has been pretty stable here. Apple's been like a little bit choppy as well. But Tesla's the real shining star for the NASDAQ today. And I'm going to take a look at Tesla first over here. This is what I'm looking for when it comes to Tesla. We have this kind of bull shape here. We're recovering from these higher highs. We broke out from our wedge. We've been very consistent with staying on top of our support lines. Right over here in the short term, we just had a wedge and a resistance line that we were able to break out of, and we can see the market has just moved up very, very quickly here. Tesla, we moved up 4%, and right now I do believe that it could be very, very possible to receive all-time highs for Tesla. And of course we are very close, but I was saying that that could be a very strong possibility if we broke above 362. That's why I took these trades here. And right now we are in the green for Tesla. So I don't see that as a sign to get really bearish. If we do break below this 415 line, then that's going to give you kind of a reason to be a little bit cautious in the market. Maybe if you want to hold in cash or look for a short opportunity. But I think that right now the most probable outcome is that we'll probably come up to about 485. Elon Musk has reportedly purchased $2 billion of his own stock. I think that is a very, very good sign that we are looking for a lot of movement within Tesla in the near future. And let's just take a look at when he purchased. You might be saying, oh, well, it was probably down here, right? No, he purchased this $2 billion right on this day, Friday 26th, from what I understand. So that being said, I think that Tesla can move a lot higher. Let's take a look at the next stock here, NVIDIA, the one that's been holding up our market in the short term. And let's just take a look at the 1 day here, and I'll show you what I'm expecting right now. If we want to look for a bullish confirmation or bullish breakout, it's just like what I have lined up on the chart here. I want to see a break above 183. That's going to show us that the bulls are in charge and that this is not just a fake out where the market's going to dump right after. Right now, I'd like to see a move above 183, and from there, I think it's very possible to come up to about 197 a share. Right now, if you are looking for a bearish short move for NVIDIA, it's very simple. We have this potential rising support line. If we break below it, then you're looking to come from wherever we break, probably around to about 172. And if we break 172, you could come back down to 164. And this could be a great buying opportunity for NVIDIA. Let's take a look at Google over here. Google, we placed a short-term trade on Google, and that rocketed up within a very, very short time. Let's just take a look at this one candle. This is about the 930 candle. We had our position placed right over here, and we were able to move up 1.42% within an hour, and that's when you had Google start to dump back down to the downside here. Let's just take a look at the daily chart for Google. And it's still looking very, very bearish. As I said in the past, I do believe that Google is going to come back down eventually to refill this gap at 215 a share. And until then, it's really just waiting for confirmation and following your trade. If you have a short position in place, just letting it run. But right now, we are still below our resistance line above here, and we are still below our 252 key resistance. If we do break above that, then we're probably looking for even higher moves. But right now, Google is so overextended right now. If we just take a look at the RSI, even though we've fallen for a couple of days now, we're still very high figures to the RSI. We just made a move down lower out of the overbought area. So I think that is very possible we could come back down to at least 50, the median line here for Google. Now, how low is that going to be on the chart? It can't be said, but I think that I am still looking for more short opportunities when it comes to Google stock. Right now, what we're looking for next, I want to take a look at Meta. Meta has been, it's not been showing a lot of strength. We've had a lot of breakouts for Meta here. Breakout above resistance. This was our support resistance here. We had a breakout of resistance and then a very weak move. We didn't really get any new highs here. And right now, what we're looking for here for Meta, I want to stay above 742. If we do break below that 742 line, I could expect to see something like us coming back down to about 702, which is $40 a share lower, or about, let me see how much that is in terms of percentage, which is about 5% lower. So that is still in a very good possibility. Or again, if we're looking for more all-time highs, I want to get a very nice break above 791, and that's really not that far away. So if you want to wait for more confirmation, that is a very good possibility. And if you want to take advantage of where we are right now, I would say right now the best probability and the best risk reward setup is going to be a long position, where you could come up to look for where we see a lot of these candle wicks here showing a lot of sellers in the market, 780 as your take profit. And then you could have your stop loss right underneath that support line that I mentioned previously. That's still going to give you a very good risk reward of 5.8 or 5% to the upside. Last but not least, Amazon stock. This is probably one of the most undervalued stocks within the NASDAQ. Earnings and revenue have gotten better every single quarter pretty much, yet Amazon is still very, very stagnant compared to earnings reports of Tesla, let's say, where Tesla's just been flying up. Amazon is really lagging behind. This is the most undervalued stock within the NASDAQ 100, and I do believe that we will be seeing new all-time highs within the next couple months. That being said, this is a great buying opportunity. While we're right above our support line at 217, I think right now you could be looking for a nice short-term trade where you have your trade placed. And right now, of course, it is a little bit further away from where I purchased my shares, but you can still get a 2.24 risk-reward ratio with 5.7% upside. And if we do break above 238, I think it's very, very possible that we could come up to about $260 a share, if not even higher, but 260 at a minimum, I believe. And from where we are right now, that is looking like an upside of about 16%, 16.5%. Again, Amazon is very undervalued as it is a blue chip Mag 7 stock. So that being said, I do expect a lot more upside for Amazon. But that's going to be a wrap for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Again, TMP Finance, if you're looking for all these trades I'm taking, if you're looking to learn how to beat the market, like how the traders are in my Discord. But thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, y'all. Later.